Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill. I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe, all right? Shout out to the Galactic family, Drew Nation, and the GCVs. Let's get right into it. Look, noise campaigns show the powers that be are mad at you for speaking your truth about the wickedness they play a part of, or whatever you may be doing that's bringing some type of truth to light, all right, or exposing something. Whenever you're one of those types of people, there's going to be noise campaigns, and there's going to be people who have a secret issue with whatever it is you're doing, and people are going to be trying to get in the way, but in a passive aggressive way. It's like a noise warfare kind of thing. And it's like the more you continue to level up, the more you continue to make some type of attention be drawn to something that somebody does, or something that like somebody thrives off of, like narcissism, or some type of gaslighting, or like some action or behavior that somebody's doing. When you bring like truth to that, and you're exposing that, and people want you to stop, or it just, I mean, that maybe just my particular case, or I'm not sure if that's yours as a TI as well. But there are instances where we all know that there are things that people do to try to get us to fall back, or be intimidated, or stop or quit. And noise campaigns are just a part of that. So like you'll go out to eat, and people will like companies, or like that, like you'll go out to eat, and they'll have somebody pull up with like a leaf blower. All right, or you'll go to sit and wait, and somebody will be cutting grass, and you'll have to move. It's just little things like that. And it's like, once you notice the same things, like people doing the same things, it's like, yo, why am I continuously being like almost damn near followed by like the same companies? And you'll see coincidences. Don't sleep on the coincidences that you see, and don't sleep on the patterns that you see. All right. If these people do these things enough, and you're able to document them, you get these people in trouble. So don't allow anything to like, don't allow it to get you depressed or get you down, or don't let it make you think that don't allow it to make you think thoughts of fear, or that you're uncomfortable. Don't allow that to make you uncomfortable. All right. People that do these kinds of things, they're really afraid of you. All right. So like it's the honest to God truth. These people are afraid of you. So you can't really be that upset. All right. It's something that they're just trying to do to try to get in your head. They want you to feel watched. They want you to feel powerless, because it's something that they could gang up on you, something that they can do. And if you were to go and to tell on them, or to say anything about it, or to try to get help, not necessarily tell on somebody, got to get that programming out your mind. But well, I got to get it out my mind too. When we go to get help, right, and we're not telling on people, we're just going to get help. We're trying to get things to stop. All right, people are trying to attack us and use like forms of psychological warfare on us. So not to say that we're victims, but we're trying to come out victorious. So it's best for us to handle these situations the best way possible. So you may have to go get help. All right, and if you can get help. All right, because in most cases, these types of situations, there's nobody there for you at all. All right, there's no one there for you at all with these types of situations. The people who you go, like, if you try to get help with these types of situations, the people who are up against you are 99.99.9% always on the same side of the people that are doing these types of behaviors. So it's like you're just trying to find some common ground. You're trying to find some reassurance. You want to make sure that you're not losing it. But I'm here to tell you that you're definitely not losing it. people do get paid, people do get hired to follow, harass, stalk certain individuals. And I mean, there's plenty accounts of it, right? There's plenty accounts of these kinds of things. Wow. All right. There's plenty accounts of these kinds of things. And the one thing that you must realize, right, is just that it's not your fault. You know, it's not your fault. Um, God made you to be who you were created to be, and you can't turn that off and you can't stop that. So the fact that people are still going to try to like force their way on you is just is something that you're going to have to handle and deal with a proper way. All right. Basically you are on a you are such high level, like such a high level threat that they have to try to create scenarios for you or issues for you to try to be irritated or upset. And this is why prayer is important. So that way you could pray these certain aggravations away, so they don't pile up and they don't just turn into one big explosion. Because when you can't handle something and something keeps happening and you want to handle it, you, like sooner or later you could potentially act or react. All right, so you don't want to act off of any negativity, and you don't want to react to these people, because when you have people like following you to like places that you go, you're just trying to get a second to yourself, you're just carrying out your daily routine, your everyday life. These are agents. All right, these people are there to watch you. And the thing is, like, right, they may look insignificant, it may look like somebody that serves no purpose, like, oh, okay, even if this person is doing a noise campaign, even if this person is set out to follow me, this person is just the lawn care guy, this person is just the repair man, this person's just the this person's just the janitor, or the what do they call them things, the maintenance guy. And you like, you'll honestly think that, but they're either contracted, they've been contacted and contracted, or they just been contracted. But either way, they've been contacted. Okay, whether they're contacted and contracted is one thing, but either way, they've been contacted. All right, so people will contact the company, or people will use these companies, or these companies are on a level altogether themselves, right? Because people who are getting paid, and people who are demonic and have money, they know that they now can start getting into certain amounts of trouble without having to receive any backlash for it. And especially if they're already demonic and work within a demonic system, the more they rise within that system, the more evil they're going to be able to do. And they're going to have the money for it, the resources, the time for it. They could pay other people to go out and conduct evil on innocent bystanders, just simply trying to bring some attention and speak truth on these types of behaviors in the first place. All right, so they think these things are going to make you quit. They think these things are going to scare you, and they think that God's not real. All right, so they're trying to intimidate you, they're trying to fill you with fear, and they're trying to make you stop something that they're not going to be able to do. So um they're going to like follow you from like maybe one place to another place, or they're going to try to make you second guess yourself or question your reality, because they may show up at your job. All right, you never you can't underestimate these types of groups and the types of connections that they have, especially if you're in the same area. All right, I'm not sure if you played Grand Theft Auto, but you may at least want to just watch it online, or you may want to watch a storyline, or you may just want to at least play it one time, or play one of the old school versions. All right, because it just to open up your mind to the types of like just networks, or maybe you could read a book about it, or just watch some people talk about it or read about it. But what it did for me, I don't think that life is a video game, because that's unintelligent. All right, but one thing I do realize is that it kind of opened up my eyes to how things could be like connected. All right, and it helped me look at like the area that I live in. It just like it helps you like kind of map things out. All right, as far as like where you live, like just how you look at like your area. So with that being said, there are a lot of people who are connected and have connections that you kind of would least expect, but it's all about the organization kind of thing. Somebody could be a mailman, and by day and night and be like highly ranked in a fraternal organization. So you really can't like, is really up to the individual and how far I guess they are ranked in their society or their group or their organization. But the like it's definitely people who have businesses, and it's people who have time to sit, they have money, they have time to sit, and certain people who expose certain things, they have these people targeted because number one, you're targeted already. But when you start to like speak out about certain things, I guess they start to see you as more of a threat because you already have a certain amount of power. That's why they're watching you and observing you in the first place and following you from like place to place. I done had these things happen at places where I worked at, places where I lived at, places where I had went out to try to go enjoy myself for a little bit, you know. But it is what it is. I still find time to enjoy myself. I still don't let these things bother me. And also, just to let you know, there's a way to where if there's any noise happening, you could tune into the frequency of the noise. Like when they try to hit you with the machines, you may be trying to sleep, you may be trying to study, you may be trying to read a book, it may be something you might be trying to do, might be trying to spend some, some significant time with your, with your significant other, whatever you're trying to do. All right, like they'll watch you to the point that they know what you're going to do. So it's like, oh, okay, he just went here. He's about to go bring some food back. He's about to sit, eat, watch this. He's gonna probably just gonna want to chill, and that's that. Or he's about to go here. He just went to go sit down. He just got his food from the register. Uh, he's probably gonna want to just sit and look at his phone. We've watched him do that plenty of times. He does this, go there, do this. Like, who doesn't go out and just watch, and who doesn't go out and go to a place and sit down and look at their phone if they're out in public and they're by themselves? But I mean, they have like your whole routine down in a sense, and that's why it is good to switch it up. All right, you got to switch it up as much as you can. All right, it's good to switch it up, just for a refresher, just to have peace of mind, just to not always have to see the same people and experience the same things all the time, and just so like you won't be as prevalent to these kinds of people. Like you won't be going places and they won't be waiting there for you. That's why it's good to go to different places, so at least when once people figure you out and be like, oh, there's the one. Then by that time, you have another place to go to. But they will most definitely do these things, and I believe it's people that are higher ups that are like ordering these like little low class kind of like noise campaign hits, and it's like they're doing it to like disturb your peace, disrupt you, try to make you quit certain things, make you feel paranoid, make you feel naked, all right, make you feel frightened or full of fear or scared. Like they don't want you to feel comfortable when you're out in public. But I mean, that's just the way this society is. We're not meant to be comfortable in this society as targeted individuals. All right, we're not meant to be comfortable in this society. So it's really nothing new to us. Like we've been dealing with these kinds of things our whole lives. It just at some point or at some time, depending on what you're going through, it can become difficult. So you always got to check yourself when you're going through things as a TI, because like obviously these people don't care about nothing. So the fact that you may be going through something, that's not gonna stop them, and they may even go harder because of that. All right, they have that cognitive emotional intelligence to where they could see what people are going through. They know what bothers you. They know how to get to you. They know how to get underneath your skin, these kinds of things. So it's like they really watch people with a fine, like they watch you like a spy, like a secret agent or something. So for them to know where you're going to be at, for them to know um, like certain times and things like that. These people are more involved in your world and in your life than you would care to realize or care to have them involved in your life. But it is what it is. Um, all they're going to have to do is watch us shine. All they're going to do is have to watch us win. All they're going to have to do is watch us grow, live a better life than they have. And when people feel some type of way and they don't want you to continue on the path that you're on, they're going to do weird things like this. um, People are going to like come out copying you, doing things that you do, and like you think it's far fetched, but a lot of these people are like paid actors. Like they get hired. You think it's just a lawn care guy. You think it's just a mail person. You think it's just somebody at the store. A lot of these people are hired. All right, a lot of these people get paid. They've been contacted. All right, some of these people lose their jobs. They're desperate. Some of these people got mortgages. All right, maybe they've threatened some of these people that they would do it to them. But it like the behavior is so terrible that nobody would want it to happen to them. So it's like I'm not empathetic for them for that. Like I got other things that I could be empathetic for, but definitely not that. There's no love for that. Like that's basically like selling your soul over to the devil. It's like, well, oh man, they made me do it, and you didn't have to do it. You could have contacted somebody else. You chose to do that. They couldn't do nothing to you. You chose to do that. You could have contacted the FBI. You could have contacted CIA. Could have contacted local police. You could have contacted anybody. But people choose to do these kinds of things because they know who to contact. They know these people are low key evil already, because these like the types of people that contact people, that have people watch you. These people are watching you like it's their job. Are they? These people are watching you more than you watching yourself. Like some people, they just have people that just watch you live your life. All right, certain people are like, don't underestimate or play with this targeted individual thing. All right, like their favorite TV show. They're watching and they're studying and they're learning and they're picking up on things you do. And like like this is real because everyday people do this. This is why you can't even walk outside without somebody copying the same clothes you got on. So if people are watching you on that level, it's people watching you on a higher level as well. Like people copying you doing petty dumb stuff, that's just the lowest level of it. There's other people in higher places that are aware of your energy as well, and your influence and the impact that you potentially have. All right, they're scared of your potential. They don't want you to turn into the person that they don't want you to turn into the person that learns how to use the energy that you have. They want to keep you trapped and keep you down because the type of energy you have is very influential and you're powerful and you could change a lot of things. So they will try to discourage you, and you just can't let it happen. You know, that like these people won't they won't do anything productive in their own life, but they're trying to stop you from doing something productive in your life. And the thing is, they're not going to stop because they're getting paid to do it. Like when these people do it, they're not even concerned about us. They're just concerned about doing a job. They're not even aware of how they're affecting us. They just know that it's making us mad. They don't understand that it's like a spiritual thing to it. And this, like, they don't know that they've been used and sent out to attack us. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, maybe they don't care. But unless they see videos like this, I'm pretty sure they don't. They're not aware, because from what I've seen in my research, these people, they conduct experiments on us, you know, and like they use these types of things to see how we react to it, and they use these types of things to see how targeted individuals react to it. All right, because they know that all chosen ones are pretty much the same. All targeted individuals are pretty much the same. They know that like they know from what they study what to do. And it's like they have a playbook. All right, they got a playbook, they got a rule book. They know how to act towards us, how to make us react towards them. All right, they set up like certain things to happen at specific times. Like I said, if you they know that you eat lunch at a certain time, if they know you go do this at a certain time or go do that at a certain time, like this is when the noise campaign will happen. It's going to happen during a time that you're doing something, or during a time when you're out, and it's going to be like the same thing repeatedly. Like if you notice the same thing happening from the same kinds of people, it's like, yo, why do doctors or nurses keep pulling up everywhere I go, or why does this keep pulling up everywhere I go, or how come every time I step out this happens, or every time I go to do this there's the same people doing the same thing every time I'm doing trying to do this one specific task. This is how you know. It's like you have to pay attention to these people because they do things in patterns. All right, so they follow your pattern, and you have to pay attention to their pattern. All right, because their pattern is obviously always going to follow yours, but you have to pay attention to the things that you're doing that they're choose the you pay attention to the things that you're doing and the times you're doing it, and pay attention to the things that they're doing when you're doing those things at that particular time, if that makes sense. So when you go out to handle your business, pay attention to what you're doing, the time you're doing it, and who's out and who's around. And that way you could switch. Okay, if they're going to do this at that time, they expect me at that time, because these people watch you and they expect you to continue to do the same thing. They expect you to move off of a routine. So since they're expecting you to move off of a routine and keep acting and doing the same thing that they've been watching you do for like the past year or a couple months, or possibly even your whole life, all right, just start, okay, I've been noticing that these particular people have been around at this particular time. I'm just gonna change up my schedule the best I can. Make sure if you have to do some things in the morning that make you have to leave at a certain time, do those things at night, and then that way you could leave early in the morning and maybe go sit and have a coffee somewhere, or you could hit the gym on the way, take a shower at the gym, and then leave and have all your things with you in your car and that, or in your bag, and that way you can head to work that way. Or you could start working at night, or you could whatever you could do. All right, but just make sure that you start doing certain things different, just to throw these people off, just to confuse them, because they're really not that smart. All right. Plus, no matter who the wicked people are in high places, whatever kind of spell, because this stuff is a spell. All right. Attacking somebody's mind psychologically until they react, that's a spell, because they're trying to implant chips of anger in your brain. All right, like spiritual chips. All right, and I know that there are actual people out there that um have said that, like, after they've been operated on, they started hearing certain things, and so it's like it's actual people who have like they've done CIA research on and studies on that have actually had chips in their brain. But like if they don't put a real one in there, they're gonna try to implant you with the spiritual chip, and that's with what they can do to try to get you to react with all their negativity. So it's like these things will potentially upset you, because it's like, yo, I'm just trying to go out, just minding my business, and it's like, yo, this person keeps showing up. But if people do show up, just sit in your car and just wait for them to leave. Or if you have to, go to another store. It's not that serious. All right, just let it go. Let those people have that store. Switch up your routine. Take a picture and write down the time of the take a picture of the place, take a picture of the vehicle. All right, take, if you can, videotape whatever you can do, get some type of evidence, so that way when you switch it up and you start going to new places and they follow you to the next place, you take a picture of them and you document it. All right, we'll start documenting everything you can. And that's what a lot of people who are overcoming these kinds of things, they're just documenting stuff. So you may have to go buy some notebooks, may gotta hit up your little dollar store, your little craft store. All right, may have to get you a body cam. All right, I know I'm getting one, and it's like it's certain things just to do to just defend yourself. All right, because we have ways that we could fight back. Getting angry and just getting mad at these people is not going to help. So we have to be solution based. All right, if you like, don't walk around, don't try to prove what they're doing. That's the worst thing you could possibly do. Do not ever try to prove what these people are doing. Just chill and let the devil expose himself. When it comes to this type of behavior, you got to let the devil expose himself, because the people you could possibly even be trying to prove them to could possibly even be on the other side. It's a lot of demonic activity today. It's a lot of evil. It's a lot of evil in the world today. So you never know who's in cahoots with who. You think you're trying to get help from somebody, and this person will turn around and go speak to the person, and like they'll be on demon time with each other, and you think this person is there to make things equal or even, but oh no, So it's best to it's best to just allow these people to expose themselves. Get your body camera, take some pictures. If you have to, videotape. Make sure the storage on your phone is always empty. If you have to, use your other phone or buy another phone, even if it's a phone with a little, just so you can use it for the camera, whatever you got to do. All right, because it's there are ways that we can fight back. I know you're busy with your family, your job, your life. All right, you're busy with your life. You actually have a life. So it's like this stuff's crazy. But when things are happening like this, you can actually get people. So if they want to try to keep, and this is when they keep drive, if they want to drive you to the point of frustration, then this is how you fight back. You fight back in the proper way. All right, you prove these people wrong and you expose them without trying to do so. You let these people expose themselves. All right, and this is why you use your techniques. If they ever frustrate you, you use your coping mechanisms. If you ever frustrate you, or they ever make you upset, go back, watch one of my videos about anger or frustration, or you know, you just first thing you do is you just take a deep breath and just start talking to God. All right. That's the best thing you could do until you get some scriptures memorized, until you get some Bible references down or some quotes down. Just talk straight up, talk to God. That's the best thing you could do. You ain't got nobody to talk to. Talk to the Lord about it. All right. Talk to yourself about it. Talk to your higher self about it. Something just to allow you to calm down, because these types of situations are actually set to try to destroy you. All right. You think it's just, oh, it's just they're doing this, they're just doing that. Well, what happens when you get upset and then they did all, that's all they did, and then you got upset about it? And there's no proof, there's no this, there's no that. So if you got people trying to cause you to react and things like that, here's the two things to where you can fight back. All right. Three things really: go to God. Number two, allow God to fight your battles. Don't fight back. Number three, let the devil expose themselves. And number four, document everything. All right. Document everything. When these things start to get out of hand and people start to try to stop you from just living your life, document everything. Take, okay, you want to do the mental harassment? Cool. Click, click, documented. Click, click, documented. At this day, at this time, this happened. Because when no one goes to believe you, that's going to be your self-assurance. That's going to be your key to sanity. Like, okay, I got this documented. People are saying this, that, and the other, but I got it documented. I wrote the date, I wrote the time, I had the picture, I had the place. This actually happened. All right. Document, 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 document. Less reactions, more documenting. Less reactions, more logical thinking. All right. We got to react less and think more logically. This is warfare, whether it be spiritual or not. This is warfare. So you got to think logically, and you got to you just document everything. All right. Don't waste time with these people. Don't get angry at liars, people who are going to do things and then say, I didn't do nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. These people are of the devil. No point in trying to get them to tell the truth. They'll never do it. So what can you do? Let the devil expose himself. If God gives you the opportunity, if the Lord puts it on your spirit to take a picture, to videotape, to do that. But always, 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 always journal this stuff out and write it down. So that way, when there's nobody to talk to, or if you're upset or get mad, you can look back and be like, yo, they're doing this. Because when someone does something and they try to act like they don't, it is a potential that you could get upset, because it's like you're trying to prove to somebody that this is happening. You don't have to prove nobody. You don't have to prove nothing to nobody. And you don't have to worry about other people's opinions when it comes to this. And that's where this will help you. Because if you have a whole notebook full of things, and if you got a phone full of pictures and dates and times, maybe even some videos, if anything, it'll help you realize that what you're experiencing is true. And if you get enough documentation of it, that's just enough to take people to court sometimes, and to get people to leave you alone for good sometimes. All right. Just because this types of thing is happening to you, it doesn't mean that you can't win. It doesn't mean that these people won't be exposed or expose themselves, especially if you got the higher power on your side. If you're rocking with the source, if you got God on your side, then it may be on his time, but just keep your patience and you'll still win. And this is why it's important to stay in your Bible, because your Bible is going to ward off these evil spirits, and it's going to ward off the negativity from your mind. All right. Anything that you're up against when you read your Bible, your angels will destroy it. This stuff is spiritual. We're not fighting against flesh and blood. This stuff is spiritual. All right. So you're going to want to handle this thing as best you can. All right, since we're battling things in higher places, things that are trying to get you caught up, things that are trying to get you set up, things that may seem one way but it looks another way. You think you're just going to handle something, and then it turns out worse than you could possibly even imagine. All right, you're getting caught up now. You threw your life away, you're behind bars or in court, or all these unnecessary, unwanted things over someone that you never even paid attention to, even cared about, even worried about. This person never even crossed your mind. You didn't even know who this person was before they started trying to insert themselves and force themselves into your life and into your reality. So imagine you don't want to have to be caught up over something, over someone that you never even would have cared about if they'd have just left you alone. All right. So even though in a perfect world, people would just leave you alone and not bother you and just let things be, there are individuals that are trying to sabotage your life and set you up. You're chosen. You're special. You got a talent. You got a gift. It's something that you have that these people want. And because they don't have it and they can't do it, or they can't have the same impact as you, there's going to be people out there who are jealous because of that. And they're going to try to attack you any way they can, even if it's spiritual or psychological warfare, which is if you ask me, I think they're one and the same. All right, I'm not sure because if you ask me, I think they're one and the same. And if not, I'm gonna find out. All right, so everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, these noise campaigns show that the powers that be are mad. All right, they're mad at you for not giving up. They're mad at you for speaking up. They're mad at you for basically just the fact that you keep going. People try to stop you. People try to get you to quit. You don't. You keep going. It's something in you that's activating and that's waking up because other people are asleep, right? All right. So something in you that's activating and something in you that's waking up. And that's why they got to keep an eye on you, because if you wake up and it activates in you, it's a potential that other things might wake up and activate in other people. But it's already too late. This stuff is already happening. Trying to block out somebody's thoughts or harass somebody, that ain't gonna do nothing. This thing is here. God is here. His people are here. God is here. All right. So, all right. And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before Jesus come back, because Jesus coming back. So everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, because I mean, look at the stuff that we got to deal with. Something's going to happen. All right. And God's going to have our back with this. All right. I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.